Fall Girl Beauty, and today I'm going to do a voiceover on my guest Alyssa here. What's up? And I did her look that she has on here. It's a fall copper brown look, and we used a lot of MAC pigment on it. And so I hope you guys enjoy, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and go follow Alyssa on Instagram. And so it was a good idea to do this kind of video because she's like the complete opposite. I have light hair, light skin, and blue eyes, and she has dark skin, dark hair, and hazel eyes. So I hope you guys enjoy and check it out. Taking Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek, I'm just going to dab my MAC 217 brush in that, and I'm just going to make it a nice transition color for her olive skin tone. So you're just going to go back and forth motions, just really lightly, just kind of blend that into the skin just to give that nice kind of smoky look. Now on a MAC 219 brush, I'm taking Bitten by Makeup Geek also, and I'm just going to dab my little brush in there and just go in the outer V of her eye. Sorry, you just couldn't see that in the video. But on the outer part of the crease, just little tiny motions, not really much of a windshield wiper motion, just a little tiny motions just to make it a little V. And then you're just going to take that also Bitten and just go in the little bit inner crease of her eye. Just really lightly, just back and forth, not connecting the two lines together. Make sure you're being very careful where you place your purples and your reds, because sometimes if it's too not precise, it can tend to look like a black eye, so just make sure you're very careful on where you put your stuff. So just keep blending and blending just to make sure all the purple is in her crease. Just back and forth motions. Try not to connect the top of the two lines. Now I'm just taking a Real Technique shadow brush and just blending that purple just to make it look a little bit more smoky instead of just harsh line. You want it to just all kind of flow. So just blend it a little bit, just make sure you don't really connect the two lines together. Just kind of smoke it out and make it more of a smoky effect. Also, I'm taking a brown out of my Naked Basics, and I'm taking, pretty sure that's Faint, and it's just a light brown color, and I'm just working that into the Bitten and just kind of making it more transitional, not so harsh, and that will be really good with our pigment that we use later. Now I'm just taking the NYX shadow base. It's like a creamy white. This is really going to make our pigment stay. So I'm just dabbing my finger and just kind of wiping it very lightly over her lid, because I don't want it to be like just a harsh white on her eyelid. I just want it to be there just to make the pigment stick, because otherwise the pigment will just slide right off your eye if you don't have a sticky kind of consistency for it to really stick onto. So just dab that onto your eye, just dab it into the pot and just dab it onto your eye and just kind of blend it out. Okay, so now I'm just taking my Naked 3 palette flat brush, or like the flat end of the brush, and I'm just dabbing it into Copper from MAC. It's just a pigment, and it's a really pretty brown, but it does have a lot of fallout, so Alyssa's just holding some toilet paper to her face so it doesn't get on her foundation, because otherwise you'll just have to redo your foundation. So she's just putting that on to make sure the fallout doesn't get onto her skin everywhere. But this is a really pretty color for fall. I highly recommend it, and it was really easy using once you put the NYX white base on. Also, make sure you're not like wiping the pigment onto the skin. Make sure you're just dabbing it and maybe like pulling a little bit, but not just like paintbrush it on. Just make sure you're just dabbing it on, because if you just paintbrush it everywhere, the pigment's going to go everywhere. So just dab it on, just dab, swipe, dab, swipe, dab, swipe. Don't like paintbrush it. Now taking my Real Technique blending brush, I'm just blending the pigment up so it's not so harsh of just like matte and then boom like pigment. I'm just kind of blending it just to make sure it just all kind of flows more together, not so harsh on the shadow. Now taking my Java Morning palette by Clinique, I'm just taking a Real Technique shadow brush, and I'm taking that lightest brown color, and I'm just going to go on the little V's that I made with Alyssa's shadow before. So just taking the 219 brush, go up with the light brown and just kind of move that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and not connecting the two lines. Just make sure it's one shadow and then the other little shadow. And that's going to give it more of like a fall vibe if you add a dark brown or like a shimmery brown, just to kind of warm up the look and make it more fall appropriate and not so much like purple and copper, because that's kind of a weird combination. So brown and copper would go together more. So just taking that and just dabbing it up and not connecting it. Now taking the Real Technique blending brush like I did before, I'm just going to blend that brown so it's not so harsh again. Just blend it upward and just kind of fix it to make it more smoky. So just blend that kind of together but not completely, I guess, if that makes sense. Now taking my Naked Basics palette again, I'm taking Vienne, I think. I'm not really sure what the color is, but it's the lightest color on the palette, and I'm just highlighting her brow bone in the inner corner just to kind of give it more of a faint kind of look and really highlight her brow bone because her brows are on fleek today. And then taking a little detail brush from Real Techniques, I'm just going under the eye with the darkest color on the Java Morning palette by Clinique and just going under her eyes, just to give it more of a smoky look once again. Just go under the eyes. Just go back and forth. Now taking my 219 brush, I dipped it into copper that we put on the lid, and I'm just going to go under her eyes just to kind of sparkle it up a little bit and give it some more pizzazz.
I like this eyeliner.
Now I just let Alyssa do her eyeliner just by herself. She's just winging it out how she does best. And she just used the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner, and she just wung it out and it looks awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope Alyssa liked her look today because we're going out today to the Short North. It's like a nice place in Columbus, and we're gonna have pictures and stuff and eat food and go get coffee. So white girl status because we have our little shirts on.
I know, we just have the same thing.
A little saggy.
A dang a dang.
So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. Make sure you guys like it, give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe because we're almost to 100 subscribers, and I'm so happy because it's 100. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and Tall Girl Beauty signing out.